Stocks have experienced a sharp recovery over the past month, but that's not necessarily alleviating investor nervousness. Mike Santoli now measures the mood of the market.
The stock market's strong start to the year has calmed the most extreme fears from December that a recession was on the horizon and a bear market underway. But even with the broad stock indexes up more than 10% in a bit over 4 weeks, the investor mood remains cautious and watchful rather than outright enthusiastic about the economy and the market. Investors have continued to pull money from equity funds in the early weeks of 2019, despite a typical tendency to add to investments at the start of a year. And big institutional funds bruised by the near 20% market drop in the final months of last year have likewise been hesitant to re-enter the equity market fully, according to strategists who track the supply and demand for stocks. And surveys of investor opinion have shifted up to neutral from extreme pessimism in recent weeks, but are far from reflecting outright optimism. Perhaps this hesitance is to be expected given the market's recent performance and confusing news flow. The S&P 500 remains some 10% below its September peak and is off almost that much from 12 months ago. The economic numbers have been mixed, with strong employment data offset by softer industrial demand. Corporate earnings are still expected to be up slightly this year, but estimates are now slipping uncomfortably close to the flat line. And of course, the long government shutdown and unsettled trade standoff with China are complicating the jobs of economic forecasters and CEOs alike, as both groups work to decipher signals about the durability of the economic expansion. Cautious sentiment might not be the worst thing for the market, though. When investors are ambivalent toward stocks and lightly invested, it can mean pullbacks are less alarming. And as the old saying goes, stock prices often climb a wall of worry. And it is clear that such a wall remains in place after months of dramatic and jarring market action. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Mike Santoli.